Hi, this is Chris Legaspi, and I'm the author of The Laws of Color, Volume 2. You are watching a free preview of the bonus painting demo that comes exclusively with the Ultra Premium Bundle.
Okay, now I'm going to repeat that for the shadow. So shadows must have color variation as well. In fact, every large, massive, flat shape must have variation. Every large shape of color must have variation. Otherwise, they just feel flat and stiff and not interesting and not good painting, not good color. So same thing, I take the base shadow tone, take a slightly lighter and warmer tone. In this case, I'm going slightly towards green. And then for the darker variation, make it slightly bluer, or in this case, move it towards red. And all of this is covered in detail. Making these color choices, how to go lighter, how to go darker, this is covered in detail in the Laws of Color Volume 1. So that's what that entire course is focused on. So you definitely want to review that. Okay, speaking of the jacket, now I'm going to add some color into the jacket. So here I'm going to work a little bit opaque, and I'm just going to add a lot of temperature shifts in the jacket. So I'm going to start with a cooler, lighter temperature shift, and I'm also going to put in all of the other shadow areas. But the jacket has that big mass of shadow, so that'll definitely be one of the stars and one of the areas with the most color. Now I'm going to add warm variation tones. So remember, adding warms and cool zones creates wonderful color. It's a great way to use color. So now already the warms make it feel much more alive. And now I'm adding some pinks here. So this is like a even more saturated warm tones that I'm adding into the shadows, so create a lot of excitement in certain areas. So you don't want to put it everywhere. You only want to put it in key areas. And in the setup that I have, there's a lot of bounce light coming from the floor. So I'm going to put him in a warm environment. So a little bit of the underplanes, that's kind of where I'm thinking about this warm variation pass that I'm doing here. So it's a little bit of thinking ahead as to the background color and the color of the surface. Now I'm going to finalize the background color. So I'll just bring up HueSat and try to get a nice, perfectly red tone. Now the red color is in the reference, but it creates a beautiful contrast to the shadow, which is my original plan. And here I'm cleaning up the shadow, making sure that the shadow has some red. Now that I know the exact color of the surface it's going to be on, it has to be much, much warmer and redder. And here I'm going back into the shadows, adding lots of color variation. A little bit of the green shadow. Now that the background environmental color is red, I wanted to put more greens back to the shadow. The shadow is a little bit blue. So that's what this stage is. I'm adding some more greens, which will complement the red. So again, warm lights, cool shadows. That's the theme here. Now I'm adding a little bit of bounce light into the shadow, more color. So that shadow part on the jacket has a lot of beautiful color. So I want to make sure that I take this opportunity to add color. Remember, most of the color and saturation should be in the halftone. So that's the opportunity you have to add rich colors. And now this is just the details in the jacket. I don't want to go too crazy with the details. Just leave it fairly blocky and painterly looking. Don't want to give it too much attention to the details, but I do want you to focus on the color.
Hello and welcome back. If you want to see the full painting demo, it comes exclusively with the Laws of Color Volume 2 Ultra Premium Bundle, which is available at www.lawsofcolor.com, or you can click the link in the description below.